Good morning, Misfits. All right, we already had the technical difficulties. I'm trying out the new things. Got the new intro, got the new setup, got new lights, got everything done this weekend. And of course, I forgot to unmute myself for the first 2 seconds of the show. All right, here we go. It is Maha Monday. And let's say hi to everybody in the chat. If you've never seen the Daily Breakdown before, this is how we do it. Good morning, P. You're out, Kit Kat Mar, Bumba, T. Mitchell, Mustache, Sean Maga, great guy Gary. All right, first of all, what are our thoughts? All right. We got if you're listening on audio, then this doesn't apply to you. But I have spent probably 14 hours, I don't know, 15 hours messing around with the soundboard, the lights, moving stuff around. Actually, if you put it all together, it's way more than 15 hours. I've been doing this for the past few weekends. But I think we are, I think we might actually finally be like complete. We might be complete. I don't know. Probably not. Something's probably going to screw up, but the unofficial name of the Daily Breakdown is Technical Difficulties. The new intro was made with AI, and I just threw that together, and then I figured out how to use the soundboard with that. I got my Deadwood intro, and that's on the soundboard. I did that. I put this on there myself. I figured out the internet. All right. And we also have, I think this is going to work. You guys are going to have to tell me in the chat. Okay. We may have also finally figured out the naughty button. The naughty button, I do believe, works. I have tested it, but I have not tested it live. And I don't know if the gods of naughty are going to want you to hear my swear. So I'm going to say the word carrot while pushing the naughty button. And you tell me if you hear it, okay? I think it muted. I think it did. I think it worked. All right, let me know in the chat. Did you hear the word carrot or did you just hear the bleep? Did it work? Because if it did, I'm going to swear a lot. All right? did the naughty button finally work? Did not hear carrot. A. Yeah. I love this. This is going to be a PG-13 on your end, but R-rated on my end. It's great. It's great. Let's go. It works. It finally works. Can I tell you first of all, thank you, Sean. Sean and I didn't actually do our Zoom call like we planned this weekend. We were both probably busy, but I was just sending him little videos and he was sending me videos back. I was messing around with Loopback. I got this Loopback software which is like internal wires and everything like that. And Sean was helpful, but I also figured all of this out by accident. I have basically just been clicking buttons until things worked. And if you guys are P1s, if you've been listening to the show for a while, I've already said I'm very bad with technology. I can build a house. It's my job. What I do for a living is I do construction. I own a remodeling company. And I can build a house, but if you show me like code or programs or something. I tried to play that Mecha Chameleon game I keep seeing all over the thing, and I was like, it was like you got to put in a code because it's Windows versus. I go no, 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 no. Oh, I hate technology. And some moron 21-year-old kid can probably do all this stuff in like 5 seconds. And the kid probably can't even tie his own shoes, but he can figure out frickin' all the ones and zeros of the internet. Anyway, I've been rambling for about 6 minutes. Let's get to the actual show. Hey, what's up? It's the Daily Breakdown. It's Maha Monday. Professor Eli put together an amazing thumbnail. I love the thumbnails. The thumbnails are my favorite. I mean, guys, this is how this is how inside baseball. This is how it works with the LFA thumbnail procedure. Okay, I'll just send him be like, put me in an M&M's ad and just write coming soon, no artificial dyes, and there it is. This is just awesome. So we talk about Maha, Make America Healthy Again, on Mondays, with a special story at the end of the show. And spoiler alert: M&Ms are getting no artificial dyes coming soon. So that's damn. That could have been the whole. That could have been the whole story. We'll actually read the story. But also on the Daily Breakdown, we have the Daily Breakdown. And if you've never seen this show before, this is how it goes, right? I go on the internet, I type in the word news. Whatever pops up, that's what we break down. Hence, the Daily Breakdown, right? This whole makeover, I'm just loving it, guys. I'm loving it. You know what? Real quick, ADD. Whenever I say ADD, it means we are going off course. We are doing something that we weren't planning on doing, and you're just going to have to deal with that. But I got a picture here. Oh, by the way, Pop, come on. Happy Father's Day to everybody over the weekend. My dad passed away in 2019. I miss him all the time. Had myself a little cry yesterday. It happens. But, you know, there's this great song by Steven Wilson Jr. right here.
Write a good song for me. And,
if you guys haven't seen this guy, Steven Wilson.
He was named by my grandma. She got it from the Bible. And he passed it on to me like granddaddy's rifle. He raised me up like sweet corn, created a disciple. Yeah, I fought it like hell, he became a rival.
Here it comes.
Yeah, I tried to be different, trying to go against
This got me yesterday.
the
I cried. I
grain.
did. I don't care.
Didn't make no difference, scientists ended earth the same. I've never known better. Cause every bone's tethered. You wanna change my name, gotta drain my blood. Goddamn, I am my father's son.
Choked up again. Look at this. This ain't that. It's hard. It's hard to lose your dad. I saw somebody in the chat say they lost their dad too. Hurts every day. It does. This is my pop. You know. And it's funny that song. It's like, I am my father's son. Look at the way we're sitting. We're literally sitting the exact same. Yeah, that's my pop. Miss him. Anyway, this is what I was trying to do before I decided to take a detour and cry. That was fun. But here's the new setup, guys. Look at, I got these big Mickey Mouse lights. So now there's no shadow over or under my hat, right? Everything's nice. I got all the lighting that's giving us this red-blue effect because before it was kind of purple. I got new, this right here, these are new pole lights that I can now control independently, because the last ones I would have to, if I click the button, it would turn both of them the same color. Anyway, that was the ADD. We just did that for ADD. Well, let's go back to the actual show. Let's go back to the show, because I just made everybody cry. I got a little carried away. That song is really good. Steven Wilson Jr. is somebody asked me, who is that? Steven Wilson Jr. He did a remix of Stand By Me, or a cover of Stand By Me, and it's awesome too. That guy's really good. He's like really, really good. So if you didn't get choked up there, you have no soul. You are a soulless person. Anyway, happy Father's Day to everybody, whether your dad's here or not. Cheers to all the pops. Buckies. If you're listening on audio, then I just held up my cup of Buckies. Anyway, here we go. Queer Starmer. Guys, I have never even heard him called Queer Starmer. I just did that by accident. Freud would be proud. I've never heard that. Zach, what is behind your head? It's a painting. I got the paintings. Hold on. Are you gonna make me ADD? So, fun story. I think I've already told this on here. But this right here, Okay, this Jesus, neon Jesus, right? I was out to eat. I was out having dinner with my friends, and this was in a place in San Antonio, and they had this on the wall, and I was just like, it reminded me of my dad. My dad had a tattoo on his forearm of Jesus, and we had this Jesus felt or velvet painting that he did in my old house. It just reminded me of it, so I was like, I need that. I go, I gotta have that. And I go to the waitress. I go, I gotta have that. And she goes, oh, it's not for sale. I go, go get me the owner. I don't care. Go get me the owner. So I got the owner came over. He was there. He came over and I was like, I need that. I go, I'll give you $500 for it. I don't care what it costs. I go, give me that. I need that. And he was like, you don't have to buy it from me. He's like, here, I'll tell you where I got it. So he did, and I got that. And then there was a whole line. There was a the wealth and success, the crown, which unintentionally worked out this way, where it's over my head, right? Like I actually wanted to move the Jesus just because I wanted the Jesus to be more visible. And then I had the crown over my head. Then there's the bull, and then there's a bucking Mustang, and I like them all. So I got the whole line. Anyway, that's more ADD. Queer Starmer is resigning. Um, coincidentally, right after the Rape Gang Inquiry report came out that Medhi Hassan called fake. Did I save that? I think I did. Yes. Yeah. Huh. The same week that Rupert Lowe put out his bull hold on. His bullshit rape gang report, falsely claiming Muslims raped 250,000 white girls in the same week, Elon Musk amplified it on here. This happens. Is anyone surprised? They're inciting violence against Muslims and emboldening extremists. Now, Mehdi Hassan is talking about the story where there was this guy who ran around with a knife and was like attacking Muslims. Sometimes people hit their limit, man. But how many times have we seen that situation from a Muslim, right? So it's Mehdi Hassan. First of all, wow. Second of all, bullshit. The rape gang inquiry report is bullshit. I don't think it's bullshit. I think it's real shit. I think it's very real shit. You fuck. You son of a bitch. All right, I'm playing with the button too much. I know. I got it. It's new. I finally got it working. I want to test it out. I gotta break it in. All right. I won't do that all the time. Wow. Wow. The Rape Gang Inquiry Report is not fake. It's pretty much just a whole bunch of facts with all of the receipts. And go read it because it's insane. There are 250,000 women and girls were raped in the UK because of queer Starmers. I would say the evidence is that there is a lot of intentional mishandlings. So I think that this resignation is to capitulate so that he doesn't maybe get indicted. I don't know, but I hope he does get indicted. I hope that he goes to jail for a very long time. I hope he is drawn and quartered, because I have read the Rape Gang Inquiry Report, and one of the details in there is from we shared it on the show. A 12-year-old girl raped with a glass bottle broken off inside of her. There isn't a deep enough cell in hell for you if you allowed that to happen. And Keir Starmer allowed that to happen. Did I try to use it at the right time? Am I missing? My timing is off with the button. Okay, we heard that last naughty word. All right, I'm sorry. I'll try to hold the button down a little bit longer. All right. He soon came to be seen by many voters of his party as lacking conviction, turned to his wife for counsel. His policies often unraveled. Fear of Farage. I would do anything to stop Farage. I'm looking for the rape gang inquiry report because blame game tainted the end of Starmer. I'm reading all of the reasons why this article in Reuters is saying he resigned. I am not seeing rape gang inquiry report because that's why he resigned. All right, let's go and let's go over this together again. I just did a quick skim, but let's actually try. Okay. When he quit as prime minister on Monday, the very lack of ideology that propelled him to power drove his downfall. Okay. After guiding the Labour Party in 2024, Starmer focused on what he believed was possible to achieve. Okay. He turned to his wife for counsel. That's what they're saying. Look, I don't know why Reuters is covering for him, but unless I missed it, there's a bunch of reasons in here. Fear of Farage, relying on his wife, frustration set in overachievements. Yes, he was bad on all of these things. But let's not pretend that the rape gang inquiry report that just came out, let's not pretend that this had nothing to do with his resignation. Let's see here. I should have probably just typed in rape gang inquiry report. And if you haven't read this yet, I think you should definitely go check it out. Rape gang inquiry. This is a page that I didn't know. Mother of rape gang survivor. I heard the police officers' radio go, and I heard them say that they were taking my daughter to Muhammad's brother's address. I begged them not to take her there. I was like, they're the people who are doing this to her. You cannot take her there. They're going to kill her, because I did believe they were going to. And they didn't listen to me. They did take her there. And like I said, she was abused there by them, by Muhammad. Yeah, I didn't even know this page existed, but go to this page and go read the entire Rape Gang Inquiry Report. You can find it on Rupert Lowe's page, or you can just type in Rape Gang Inquiry Report on X, or just type it into the internet. It's available, and it is wild. Austin Gold, I think his name is. I think he read the entire thing. And I think it took him 8 hours. Do I have that correctly? I think I do. Is it Asmongold? Is that him? Yeah. I think it is. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, this guy went and I think he read the entire, I'm pretty sure. I didn't watch it, but I heard he read the entire thing, and I think it took him 8 hours. That's how long the report is. And if anyone thinks that this resignation isn't related to that when it coincidentally happens a week after it drops, I have a bridge to sell you. Somebody in the chat, smelly Asmon. I'm not saying I like Asmongold. I'm saying he read it. All right. Next story. Oh, you know what? Let's pay the bills. Patriot Pouch. This episode is brought to you by Patriot Pouch. Why isn't that popping up? Probably because I did not put the Brave browser under the promo. Give me 1 sec. Should pop up right about now. There it is. This show is brought to you by Patriot Pouch. Better hit, better buzz, the nicotine-like ritual and buzz you expect, powered by better ingredients, American values with fewer downsides, made in the USA. You can head over to patriotpouch.com. Oh, no, sorry, patriotpouchusa.com and grab the Sovereign Sample 4-pack, or you can grab my favorite flavor, Orange You Glad You're an American. These are Nixodine pouches, not nicotine pouches, but they're very similar. I was taking them for a couple weeks, and I didn't even know that it was Nixodine. But what is Nixodine? Nixodine is a cleaner compound that binds to the same receptors as nicotine, delivering a better, cleaner effect. It's nicotine free, tobacco free, same sensation, smooth, and more enjoyable. With unlike my dictation, with a sustained hit and buzz. All right, so head on over to patriotpouchusa.com and make sure you use my code MISFIT10 for 10% off, because then they'll know I sent you, and I don't know, maybe they'll give me money or something. I don't even know if I get anything for this promo, but you know, they wanted to be on the show, so. No, the great guy over at Patriot Pouch. They are great people. Alex Duncan. So I always try to promote products for good people. Anyway, next story. This whole U.S.-Iran talk thing. Here's what I'm going to tell you, okay? If you guys don't watch Bongino, if you should, but if you don't, maybe you've never heard of the Bongino rule, but there is a Bongino rule, and it is wait like 72 hours before you talk about a story when it breaks, because it could be BS, it could be, you know, just incorrect, inaccurate, like, you know, whatever, right? Every single thing that comes out about the MOU deal, right? MOU, the deal, what have you, anything that's involving negotiations with Iran, Bongino rule it, okay? Bongino rule it because it's Iran. All right? It's Iran. Have you not learned anything from this, right? So basically what's been going on is Iran comes out and they're like, Israel broke a ceasefire that didn't exist with Iran, right? Like and the Strait of Hormuz is closed again, and we're in this and that, and it's like, and then it's not true. Like Iranian state media, they lie. They lie to their own people. They have to, well, not have to, they want to, because they need to control the narrative, all right? So when Iranian state TV says something, it's most likely just not true. So we have a bunch of people in America, these morons in Podcastistan, who are just pumping these Iranian state media TV sources and saying, oh my God, look at this, look at that, look at this. It's like, shut up. And yeah, look, there's a thing going on with JD Vance. He's not great, but he's not the devil. And I'm seeing like people go, there's a coordinated attack. It's like, it's a lot. It's pretty organic, actually. It's organic because JD put himself into a couple of situations between Tucker Carlson and Theo Vaughn, and that's the way the internet works. You got a tribalistic people who are very pro-Israel seeing JD Vance, and they're going guilt by association. Now, JD Vance himself hasn't really done too much, but he was also on, what's her name? I think it's Ali Stuckey, I think. And he said some things that are like, all right, it's giving me Tucker 2024 vibes, right? Or 2025 vibes. It's giving me Tucker 2020, late 2024, early 2025 vibes. And yeah, there's a good reason to be concerned. I don't believe that there is an actual coordinated effort, but I do believe that our enemies, when they see any type of internal conflict, they will start pumping bots and engagement into accounts so that it is exacerbated. I would say that it's a little bit of both then, in case, but I think that there's a big difference between what the woke right is doing, where they're literally most likely being played to push a narrative, or being paid to push a narrative, or played, versus a bunch of pro-Israel people criticizing JD Vance. And maybe some of them are doing it a little too much. Like, and maybe they have their own reasons, and I don't know. I just think that I think that the way when I see JD Vance being attacked so much, it's just like I go, okay, well, if they're attacking him so much, then that kind of means that he's probably not the guy that we want. Like, you ever see them attacking Massey? And I'm talking they, I mean the woke right. You ever see them attacking Massey? Do you ever see them attacking freaking MTG? You ever see them attacking? No, they only attack people that they don't like. And so now JD's being hit on both sides, and I would feel more comfortable if he was being hit on just one side. Even if it was our side, I'd be more comfortable with that. So I'm still reserving. I am cautious with JD because, like I said, he has come out and sort of given me the a couple of times. I'm much bigger fan of Marco Rubio as of right this moment, but it could be neither. You know, you never know who's going to be 2028 candidate. We're going to have a primary. So everyone chill is all I'm saying. But let's check out this story. High-level U.S.-Iran talks conclude with roadmap for peace. See, I mean, if you listen to Iranian state media a couple of days ago, then this whole thing was over. But now all of a sudden it's not. Bongino rule. That's the thing. Bongino rule. Do the Bongino rule, okay? Anytime you hear anything about this whole deal, Bongino rule it. That's how you got to deal with it because they're just going to keep it. Imagine like jumping on, remember Nancy Guthrie? Okay. It happened to her, by the way. But Nancy Guthrie, every 5 minutes, there was a new thing, right? They caught the guy. They didn't catch the guy. They caught the guy. They didn't catch the guy. They caught the guy. They didn't catch the guy. She's alive. She's dead. It was a bunch of people who wanted to be first. They didn't care about being right. Okay? So, what I'm seeing people do with the MOU, the Iran peace talks, whatever you want to call them, the deal, the negotiations, what have you, I'm seeing people just jump on every piece of information that comes out, and we're just getting a bunch of people that go, this, and it's like, dude, can you guys chill? Can you guys chill for 1 minute? Can you chill? Please? Because it's aggravating. I had to shut my phone off yesterday. I literally was like, I can't today. I needed to wake up today, and I gotta go to work after this, and I gotta do a bunch of stuff. If I was doom scrolling and watching all the nightmares, I just was like, and yeah, it felt really good actually. I think Sean did the same thing this weekend. You should turn your phone off. All right. The two sides agreed on a roadmap. This is from the Washington Post, aimed at reaching a final agreement within 60 days. Okay. Communications channel was also established to prevent, quote, incidents and misunderstandings. Okay. All right. That's good. Vice President J.D. Vance began talks on Sunday, expressing hope that the two sides could turn over a new leaf. Okay, Iran's lead negotiator responded by accusing the United States of being desperate and warning of retaliation against any U.S. aggression. Okay. Keep talking shit. All right. Along with mediators from Pakistan and Qatar, held about 18 hours of intensive talks and consultations, according to Iranian media. Okay, that's nothing. You throw that whole paragraph out. According to Iranian, if it ends with according to Iranian media, throw it out. Afterward, Iranian Foreign Minister Araghchi, all right, praised tireless Pakistani and Qatari mediation, blah, blah, blah. All right, let me do this, okay? Let me I'll take over from here, okay? You cannot trust anything that comes out of any. Let me try to think of the word for this. All right, if there's any mediators, any negotiators, anybody, if they're on the Iranians, if they're like we're cool with Iran, you can't trust them. So That includes Pakistan, Qatar, and Iran, and anybody in it, or anybody that's kind of like chill, anybody that's kind of chill with them, right? You can't deal with them. Um, the Qataris funded October 7th, which means that they are sort of they're a business partner of Iran. They're also a strategic partner of the U.S. That sounds weird, right? It's like, wait, they're what? They're both? Yeah, yeah. That's how geopolitics works, right? Sometimes we have partners with people who also are partners with our enemies. It's weird, but it's true. Pakistan, same thing. You know, there's people that think that we, the U.S., have these allies in the Middle East. We don't, right? They are doing this to save the IRGC. That's what they are doing. We, America, the Trump administration, Trump, J.D. Vance, and all them. The reason we are doing this is because of the midterms. All right, that's what's going on. We can't have gas continuing to rise. We can't have the continuation of the woke right, isolationist, massy America First crowd constantly screaming about no wars. Trump understands that. Trump also didn't want it to be a forever war. He didn't want it to be a boots on the ground war. So those actually overlap and align. However, please do not think that there is anything that I haven't figured out that Trump and them have also not figured out. I am a contractor. I can figure this out based on common sense and critical thinking, and there are smarter people than me in Trump's inner circle, let's say. All right? And I don't know about you, but I do trust Trump. I trust his critical thinking skills, and I don't think he's being played like some other people do. I think that that's just so weird how there's so many people that are like so pro Trump, yet they think he's an idiot, right? I don't. I think he knows what he's doing. So, we need 5 months. That's what we need. We need 5 months for this deal to sort of hold or stabilize. And then, so this is to all the people that are freaking out, by the way. All the people that are like, oh, Trump's going to give them all the... I think after the midterms, we're going to see a very different posture, right? I think we're going to see, and the Iranians know this too, right? We're going to see Trump going, hey, remember that deal? You broke it. All right, bye. So maybe I'm wrong, but I just think that all of the people that are sort of, screaming from the rooftops like this or that, and jumping on board with the instant gratification of being first, not being right, I think you're doing more harm than good. I'm not saying be a cheerleader. I'm not saying don't be concerned. I'm not saying don't voice your concerns. What I am saying is stop being a panickin. Okay? Stop being a panickin. If I am wrong, I will tell you. Okay? I will eat my words, but I'm not wrong often. So, we'll see. I still even if I am wrong, panicking doesn't help anything anyway. Right? It really doesn't. Typing a bunch of oh my gods into your Twitter doesn't do much. Okay? Calm. Woosah. See a lot of that going on lately. A lot. All right? Okay. The algae. We're still talking about this. Trump says repairs to algae-plagued reflecting pool will begin immediately. So I went 2 for 2 on predictions here. So number 1, I said that there were most likely vandals that were causing the bottom of the new reflecting pool to come up. I did say it was possible that the top layer might have loosened up, but that's not even what happened, right? There have been, let's see here, 14 police reports filed. Trump claimed to use a blade. One person Trump claimed, used a blade to put a 250-foot long gash into the beautiful facade. Um, Here, let me just start over at the top. The U.S. President Donald Trump says he inspected the reflecting pool and that work will begin immediately to repair the landmark. Despite the multi-million-dollar renovation, including a fresh coat of blue paint, historic structures continue to face issues, most prominently algae, turning the water a bright shade of green. Okay? They found an incredible amount of phosphates in the water, way more than could ever come from some algae that was still in the stagnant lines. All right. So when I saw that pool turn green in like a week, I was like, I go, it wouldn't shock me if somebody just dumped a bunch of phosphates in there. And I think that there was somebody that was arrested. I think that they were somebody that actually got caught with with a bunch of fertilizer, and phosphates will accelerate it. They're like, duck poo will also, like, there are not enough ducks pooed in that thing in a week for that to happen. So essentially, it was sabotaged, right? It was sabotaged on both ends, right? They did the algae, and they went in and they started cutting it up and ripping it apart, and it's crazy because this is the pilot paradox that I was referring to, where it's like, that's yours, right? It's like BLM, right? It's like BLM burning down their own cities, like you're burning down your own city, right? Why? Because of racial injustice. Okay, but you're burning down your own city. Yeah, but that's how you get them to pay attention. Oh, okay, they're paying attention. They're paying attention to you burning down your own city. Same thing's happening here, right? They hate Trump so much that they want more algae. They want it to be destroyed. They want it to look like crap because that's how you get people to pay attention. But to what? Now you just gave Donald Trump credibility because y'all got caught, right? Did you really think you were going to slice up the bottom of the reflecting pool and push the narrative that it was just poorly put together? No. There's so many people are being arrested right now. Right? Like, there's so many people that are caught red-handed. 5 people have been arrested for vandalism. 5 more were issued citations. A total of 14 police reports have been filed. It's insane. It's like, yeah, so now you guys just basically, you ruined your own pool. Now there's going to be more money spent, and you're going to probably try to blame that on Trump. But no, it's your fault, right? I think anybody that was arrested for vandalism, they should go bankrupt. They should be sued for the amount, and they should have to pay the federal government the amount, right? Like, yeah, I mean, that's a weird position for me to take, because I don't like the federal government, having that much authority. But now in this case, yeah, if you got caught and if you put millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of damage into that thing, I don't care if you work at Wendy's, right? You need to pay for it. You did the damage, you need to pay for it, right? That's how that works. So I think that all 5 people, whatever the cost is for the repair, let's say it's $4 million, $2 million, $3 million, they have to pay that for the rest of their life. I don't care. No, you guys can't. We can't let this keep happening. $2 billion worth of damage in the BLM riots. Who paid for that? We did. The taxpayer did, right? The people who burnt the buildings down, they're on welfare. They got paid on top of it. No, I think that the people who were arrested, who vandalized this, they should pay. The makeover cost $13 million. I don't know what the repair is going to cost, but jeez. 10 years and $1 million fine. Yeah, I kind of like that idea, right? Right here. Jenny. It's my bow. Jenny said, 10 years and $1 million fine. Yeah, all right. 10 years in jail and a $1 million fine. Kind of like it. Yeah. That'll work. That'll work for me. All right. But yeah, I mean, dude, Trump's just trying to clean stuff up, dude. It's like he really is. Do you know how aggravating that is as somebody who doesn't have TDS? Do you have any idea how aggravating it is to see these terrorists, these little temper tantrum throwing terrorists, these temper tantrumists? They're just destroying stuff. It's like, I don't have TDS. I think it's fine. I like it. I like that imagine if they left it alone, right? Imagine if they left it alone. What would it look like? The algae probably wouldn't have been there. The water's actually pretty clear because they've killed all the algae, right? Now you can see the bottom. A week ago, the algae was pretty murky, making the water murky because they dumped a bunch of phosphates in it, right? And I knew that it was going to be a quick repair on the algae, but now, on top of that, they're literally tearing up the floor of it. These people are insane. On Sunday, Trump took to Truth Social to announce that work will begin immediately fixing the seriously vandalized reflecting pool. I just inspected it and only say to myself and those gathered around me, wow, who could do such a thing? Sick, deranged people. To anyone else, by the way, anyone who's still on the fence on whether or not this actually happened, all of the damage is on the edge. The pool is a foot deep. All right? Yes, all you need is a sharp blade, and you just dump your hand, and your hand will only go up to your elbow, and you just scrape the bottom of it, and then you reach in there and you peel it up. It's insane, dude. Oh, are these the people that got arrested? Champion canoeist. That's hilarious. Champion canoeist. On Friday, police arrested former Olympic athlete and accused him of vandalizing the pool. Yeah, he did it. Look at his face. Champion canoeist. That's a thing that you can be a champion at? Canoeing? Okay. David Davy Hearn told the BBC he didn't do anything wrong. He was simply touching the peeling paint. Okay. Yeah, it's just touching it. Don't stick your hand in there. At all. So yeah, you did do something wrong, even if that's all you did. Hearn told BBC News on Saturday that he didn't destroy, rip, tear, peel, or remove any part of the paint. Well, I'm sure if he said that, then it's 100% true. The condition of any part of the reflecting pool didn't change. It wasn't affected. It was the same before I got there as when I walked away from it. He called his arrest arbitrary, capricious prosecution. Okay. Officials have been using chemicals, including, reportedly, hydrogen peroxide, to clean the algae bloom that was also caused by vandals. That has taken over following the paint job. Over the weekend, a news photographer spotted a dead duckling floating in the pool. It is unclear how the animal died or whether it was harmed by the work being done on the reflecting pool. It's a duck. It's a duck. All right? It's okay. Ducks die. I saw a dead duck many times. I used to live in Boston. There was the Charles River was right across from this place that we used to hang out. I've seen many a dead duck, and I don't think anybody is going to open up a murder investigation for this. But really, if there was a whole bunch of dead ducks, then maybe you could say, all right, it might have been. There was probably heroin needles in that pool before Trump renovated it. But, oh yeah, peroxide. Wow. Wild, man. What are we talking about? Right-wing populist El Tigre wins the Colombia election. I saw a bunch of people going crazy over this. Looks like we can't read it from the Financial Times. Let's see. Let's go pull up something then. El Tigre. I didn't know that was his name. El Tigre. I don't know why that's making me laugh. That's just funny. All right. Colombia just... there's a president named El Tigre. That's kind of funny. There's a president now named El Tigre. Oh, that's crazy. Colombia just held a presidential election, and the results are a massive win for conservatives and Trump-style leadership. In the June 21st, 2026 runoff, far-right outsider now I know why they call him El Tigre. That's hard to say. I'm not saying that. El Belardo de la Espriella. I took 3, maybe 4 lessons on Rosetta Stone, and I put it down. I learned how to say bicicleta and leche, and then I said, I don't need this anymore. I'm an American. Why am I trying to speak other people's language? They should just learn English. There should be Rosetta Stone for them, not me. I'm not doing that. Okay. So, everybody say, okay, look, here's my take. Okay. I'm not trying to throw any cold water on it, right? But it's Colombia, right? A right-wing Colombian is still gonna be like, yeah, know what we should do? Cocaine. It's gonna be whatever, whatever. It's not my country. I don't care. But good. If it's showing a trend of Trump-style leadership worldwide, then it is a counter to the rise of socialism globally, and communism, which is good, right? That's the good part. So if that's why everybody's talking about it, then that is the right way to view it, right? It's like, it's a good thing when you see more right-leaning capitalist leadership happening in the world. Free trade, free market, capitalism, that's just a good thing. But it is Colombia, so I'm just saying, I don't think I would recommend getting your affairs in order and get right with Jesus. What's going on in the chat? Is there something? Is there a thing? Is there a thing going on here? What are we doing? Vaccinated are triggered and dying faster than we can count. All right. I don't know what's going on in there. Bad Moon gets spicy sometimes. I like Bad Moon. He's the enforcer of the chat. No, it is a good thing. Somebody else in the chat was like, "No, it's a good thing." It is a good thing. It is a good thing. But it's Colombia. It's not America. El Tigre, great. I think that if there is a Trump endorsed president, then it's going to be easier to deal with Colombia. Colombia is definitely was, hopefully now, will be more aligned with us than aligned with China, and that's always a good thing. So that's a good thing, for sure. But it's Colombia. Okay? You'll get what I mean later. All right, next up, LA superintendent resigns. Okay, I think it's time for Maha Monday. M&M's Mars Maha makeover. I should have done that. What did I say? Wait, what did I say? Mars Maha. Mars. Wait, what did I say? Wait, what did this one say?
Decided to make candy Maha friendly.
Mars Maha. Oh, Maha. Mars. I think I wrote M&M's Maha makeover. Hold on. M&M's Maha. All right. M&M. No, I like mine better. No, mine's better. Yeah, never mind. I was right. They were wrong. Okay. Now let's take a look at this story. So, M&M's Mars, to be more specific, is getting a makeover.
Decided to make candy Maha friendly.
Yes, this is wonderful news. If you're a mom or you're a dad, you have children that love their candy, this is the candy you're going to have to start buying because M&M's is on board. The Mars family has said, let's push this through. They got their researchers to...
It's the family? Is that their last name?
It's the Mars company. They're a private billionaire clan that owns the company.
Obviously not a candy eater.
It's headquartered in Newark, New Jersey.
Newark, New Jersey.
Yes. So coming soon in August, you're going to be able to buy... the M&M's without dye, but they can only make 4 colors because the blue dye is giving them some problems. So you're going to see red, orange, yellow, and green. No more brown and no more blue because the blue, whatever they're using to substitute the blue, gums up the factory, the machines, and they need a little bit of the blue to make the brown.
So if you look up there, the colors are a little bit more muted, which is good. You can see that kind of in nature sometimes. But and I understand why they might be having a hard time recreating the blue, but why are you having a hard time recreating the brown, which is the color of chocolate to begin with?
You would think that would be the
You would think that
healthier.
would be the one that you want to go with if
Right.
you're Maha conscious.
Right. They're making these new colors with beets and turmeric.
I just think that
so
Maha,
excited about it.
Maha is like is infiltrating into everywhere. I mean, it's hard to push back against a movement that's just trying to make you healthier, and for the candy people to step up like this. I think at one point we're going to go to a nutritionist. And they're going to say, I want vitamin B. You should have more vitamin C, and I think you should have M&Ms. I think we're going to get to the point where M&Ms will be part of a nutritional
Made
recommendation.
with chocolate and
Okay, so, yeah, that's that one story. I'm also gonna get to this, but here's the thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but Doritos has come out with like naked Doritos. The whatever the company is, they got naked cheese puffs where they've also removed the dyes. It's not a small thing, right? It's not a small thing that this administration was the first to tackle this problem, right? I mean, the reason why we want to do Maha Monday every week is to remind everybody that they should be living a healthier lifestyle, but also to highlight the fact that this administration, Trump, RFK Jr., the unity coalition that was put together, RFK was very popular, right, on the left, and Trump united the healthy people who followed RFK for his Make America Healthy Again message. Trump didn't steal it from him. He literally gave it to him. He goes, I'm going to give you the biggest department in the government, let you run it, if you'll endorse me. And he kept his promise. And what did RFK do? He's attacked so many different things. So let's go over some wins just from this week alone. Hold on. One sec. Oh, there we go. All right. And she's not unattractive, so that's good. Also, that's also nice, easy on the eyes. Let's go.
Big wins for recovery and real food this week. I'm Caitlin Sinclair. It's time for your Maha Minute. And first up, HHS just launched a massive $96 million effort to tackle addiction, mental illness, and homelessness. The New Streets program is designed to help struggling Americans connect with treatment, recovery programs, housing support, and outreach. And another food giant is cleaning things up. Secretary Kennedy thanked Nestle USA this week after the company committed to removing synthetic dyes from its food and beverage products. Now that is a Maha win. And America's future doctors are finally learning about food. Medical schools in a majority of U.S. states have now finally adopted nutrition education requirements for all of their students. And finally, close to 500 beagles are being rescued from a breeding facility that supplied dogs for research. Thanks to efforts led by Secretary Kennedy and Secretary Rollins, these dogs will now get a second chance at life. And that's a wrap. Stay right here every week, guys, for more Maha wins.
So yeah, I didn't know about this account. But yeah, Maha Action, everybody should go follow this account because of that's what I'm going to now be using to reference for our Mega or Maha Mondays, right? Nestle, on top of Mars, also comes out and says they're going to remove the food dyes. $96 million for addiction, mental health, and homelessness. The beagles, dude. I don't know what's up with beagles. By the way, why did Anthony Fauci kill so many beagles? Like, and speaking of Fauci, I think I have another one here. Let's see here. Yeah. Don't know. Yeah, COVID. Yeah. So there's this one here. Let's we got 3 minutes left. Let's listen to this.
Almost from the beginning of the Biden administration, they weaponized government, aiming to control the speech around the treatment for COVID, the effectiveness of lockdowns, the harms of lockdowns, school closures, masks, you name it. High government officials, including inside the White House itself, would go to social media companies and threaten them, telling the social media companies who and what to censor. Almost from the beginning of the Biden administration, they weaponized government, aiming to control the speech around the treatment for COVID, the effectiveness of lockdowns, the harms of lockdowns, school.
I didn't even realize that played twice. I was looking. The reason why I just was distracted was because beagles are prone to cancer, so they use them in cancer research. Is that true? Is that why? Is that why they do that? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Beagles are used because they're most docile and forgiving. That's terrible. That is not okay. That is not okay. They won't bite, so we can no. Anthony Fauci here. I think the only fair and true punishment for Anthony Fauci would be if he were put in a cage with a glass box around his head, around his neck, and sand fleas. You pour a bunch of sand fleas into the box, while Anthony Fauci just sits there and the sand fleas eat his face, because that's what he did to beagles, and a lot of them for no fucking reason. Did I do that right? Did I get it? No reason. He literally just tortured beagles for no reason, right? So that's what I think should happen to Anthony Fauci. I think it should be televised. I think that it should be like on TV, like a channel where you start the live stream and you don't stop it until it's just a skull, right? Screw that guy. I really hate him. There's only a few people I really, really hate who aren't like technical terrorists or pedophiles. Fauci is one of them. Anyway, all right, it's 8:59, so let's do some shout-outs. Bumba, I saw Bumba real quick. P, you're out. God Chick, Winky Winky Nod Nod, Miss Mocha Power, T Hodges, Great Guy, Gary, Bad Moon, LFA producer. 2 hours of Ungoverned is coming up next on LFA TV. Stay tuned and share. And speaking of, there it is. It is 9 a.m. Central, so I am out of here. Sean Farish is coming up next. Enjoy Sean Farish. And you know what? We'll give him a little intro because, I mean, even though it's going to say the Daily Breakdown is the GOAT, Sean is also the GOAT. See you later.